So the old saying says, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and on Poshmark, it could never, ever be more true. On all selling platforms, a photo is what helps you sell an item just as much as the price. So if a person finds an item and the price is good, but your photos are terrible and they can't see what it is and they don't know, the chances of selling that item are very, very low. With that being said, you have to have good photos. And back when I was showing you guys the equipment in an earlier video, part of that was a lighting kit and a background, which is very important, and I recommend you guys getting those and having a good photo setup. But I also want to take you over to the website and show you the way that some people on Poshmark do what's called styling. Now, this isn't common on other platforms. eBay and Amazon require almost. Amazon requires it, and eBay highly recommends, almost requires, that you have a plain white background. It's for Google SEO reasons, because Google can focus on the item and not the background. It gets rid of that white, and it higher up places your item in SEO, which is search engine optimization, which means when somebody searches for a women's Nike golf polo small, your item will, in theory, come up higher because Google's able to grab it easier and index it. With Poshmark, people style it. So they put like a flower pot in the background. And so I'm gonna go over to the website, I'm gonna give you some examples, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion on this versus the plain white background, because there's kind of some back and forth on this, and I wanna show you guys the examples and then discuss it a little bit. All right, so this is the what to do, what not to do on Poshmark for photos. So a lot of people may or may not agree with this, but this is the way that I see it. So I brought you to eBay, which may seem a little bit weird to discuss Poshmark photos, but I went ahead and searched for anthropology dresses. This is one that I pulled up. It doesn't even have anthropology in the title, but it came up for anthropology dresses, which is super weird because it's mauve, which I guess qualifies. So two problems with these photos. One, this is a stock photo out of Anthropologie's website or off of a magazine or Google image that they found. All of these are. You are not allowed to use stock photos, Google stock or otherwise. They have paid these models to take these photos. They also paid a professional photographer to take these photos. They own the rights. You do not have the rights to use these photos, monetized or otherwise. And they can, and they do in most cases and will, remove your listing, cause you to be suspended, booted off eBay or other platforms, and can sue you if they so choose, if they think that you're taking advantage of it, or if you do it again. That's number one. Always take your own photos. Number two is these backgrounds. So the websites are going to use styling and colors. Now, eBay wants you to use a white photo for SEO. That's search engine optimization, which basically puts you higher in Google because the search focuses on the item and not the background. Amazon actually requires a white background. No white background, and they will block your item. Now, Posh is a little different because you can use any background and you can use any kind of styling, and it's kind of encouraged, which I don't understand, I don't like, I get it, but that's the way it works. This gray and this blue would be zero go on Amazon and not really advisable on eBay, although you could do it, and a lot of people do. You should do a white background. So let me show you what I mean. Here, this item, another Anthropologie $49.79 dress, embroidered, is in a white background. You see how this looks like it comes out of a magazine? It's professionally taken. It's on a mannequin. You can't tell that there's a background. You can't tell what's in the background. You don't know if this was a house, an office, a nuclear power plant. This is a dress on a mannequin, period. Great color. It'll work for SEO. This is the way that it should be. Okay, let's move over to actual Posh. So I'm going to show you another dress. This is the way it should be. White background. Now they have a second set of photos with their styled background. This is like a photographer background, kind of like a neutral grayish white. Now this is okay. For Posh, you can get away with this. On eBay, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Although this is a great background for any platform. I like it. But what we want on eBay and Amazon is white backgrounds for SEO. Posh probably should recommend that too. But you know what? The main photo is white, and so it's done its job. And so this is a really great breakdown. Now, if we come over here to this second item on Posh, this is what not to do. Do you see how this is in a corner? You can see the bookshelf, you can see the corner, you can see what's going on. It's dark, it's hard to tell what the item is. It's just really not professional. That's just as simple as I can put it. It is not a professional set of photos. And so while some people would think this is great, I think it's terrible. No offense to Gypsy Remains, if in case you watch this video, I'm sorry. Okay, the last one I'm going to show you is somebody who does kind of in the middle. Now, styling is a part of Poshmark. You have to style. Some people use fancy backgrounds or accessories. What you want to be careful about is only photographing the item that you have for sale. Do not photograph somebody with a dress wearing a purse, earrings, shoes, and a necklace, because no one's going to know what they're buying. Are they getting all of it? Are they getting one of it? What are they getting? This is a dress only. Now, if we scroll up, the zoomed up photos are good. They're not on a white background. They're on the light wood background, but that's okay for Posh. You can get away with it again, although you should be doing white. My problem with these photos, and I actually know this person personally, is all of the plants and the holders and the table and the stool. This should all be gone and just have that plain background behind them, that wood background going on, or white, whatever they choose to do, but they shouldn't have all the extras. And so that's kind of just my opinion on that. Don't add in extra items. Don't add purses or watches. Make sure everything is cleared away except the item you're selling. Make them clean, make them neutral, and do not use stock photos ever. You do not have permission. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of a breakdown 101 of how to take better photos, how to get them SEO, how to get better search, and how to attract people's attention without taking their attention away from the item that you are trying to sell. That's Poshmark and Photos 101.